Well done on the work you've done the last day. Your sketches have been excellent, and your design, there's a huge amount of thought has gone into them. So what we're going to do today is we're going to move it on a small bit, and we're going to come up with what we call a walking drawing. A walking drawing is a drawing with measurements that we can make the artifact from. So in this case, we usually draw 2D views, and the reason we draw a 2D view and not a 3D view is that it gives us the proper angles and a true view of what you're looking at. Whereas a 3D view may be a small bit distorted. So for this, you're going to have a front view, which is called the front elevation, and a side view, which is called an end elevation. If you need a view looking down on top of it, that's a plan. For this one, I don't need it because it's quite a simple birdhouse. So how you get these measurements is into Google, and if you type in, I'll go back here a second. All I did was I just typed in birdhouse plan size, and that gave me a load of different house plans and sizes here. So you just flick down through them. Some of them are a bit more complicated and abstract than others, like this one that I looked at a second ago. There's a lot of different views in this. They're not all necessary. Front elevation and the front view are the main two. If you want to draw a plan, look down on top of it, or bottom view, and it helps you, then put them in. But you just want the main measurements. What you want really is, I want to be able to look at this, and anybody should be able to make it from the measurements that you see on it. That'll determine whether it's done well or not. So the measurements, we're not going to put them in inches because that's the Americans and the UK use that. We use the metric system, so put it in millimeters. So to get the measurements, if you just go back to your internet, and type it into Google, and you'll find them. What I also got up was, I also wanted to find what size the circular hole should be for the birds to nest in it, to bring certain birds into it. So again, for that, I just went into Google. So here, I went into Google, and different birds here, depending on what you want to encourage into it, have got different sizes of different diameter hole that we must drill into it. So all of these are not going to realistically be in the area. Like, you're not going to get owls into an area like that. So bluebirds, wrens, or something like that is more realistic, and we can do that inside in the classroom. So what I want you to do today really is to do a sketch in pencil with straight lines, if possible, of your two different views, your elevation and your end elevation, showing the main measurements of it in millimeters. So it's going to end up looking something like this, or if you want to draw a plan, something like that as well. So get a start on that and send it in the same as the last day, please.